This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hello everybody, welcome to War and Peace. This is your old pal Rob. Today we're going to be taking a look at a very unique game. A game that when I got it in, I took a look at it and I went, and then I started playing it. And where I thought it might be just kind of a simple game, it's a very intriguing game. I didn't think, the reason I went, I wasn't sure about the subject matter, but it turned out to be very, very interesting. And that is the Shores of Tripoli from Fort Circle Games. After I took a look at this, and it really comes with a lot of beautiful things, an explanation of the period of time, which I think you would find interesting, and the gameplay, while simple, has some really nice strategy to it, and is a lot of fun because you could play it against someone and play it solo. Now, before I go too far into it, I'm not going to explain to you all the rules. We're going to go down to the table and check this bad boy out, and then we'll be back with my final thoughts. So once again, I've got to actually pick up the camera and scan this because this is a pretty long board, and forgive the cables in the way because I'm really trying to do everything I can. You're going to get a ton of dice. This is the initial setup. There's supply areas here. You're going to get frigates. You're going to get gunships, infantry. Okay, these are allies, and of course this is the U.S. infantry, and then pretty much the same thing on the other side. Of course, we have Sweden on our side, of course. These blue areas are safe areas for the United States, and that will be able to go through there. And then as you can see, the Tripoli and all their allies there. The game is played in years. Okay, so what you're going to be doing is you're going to be playing spring, summer, fall, and winter, each segment, and both sides are going to go. The United States will go, the Americans will go, of course, and then the Tripolians. You're going to be playing cards, so you're going to be drawing to start off 6 cards from 1801 to 1804. Okay. And what you're going to do is you're going to be playing certain cards from your hand. You can't pass until you don't have any cards in your hand. Now, these cards are going to do all kinds of different things. And as you can see, you have these event cards that you can play at any time. But once you play them, they're gone from the game. You're going to be trying to move around and do certain things. If you, as you can see, these are harbor areas. And you're going to be trying to get your ships in certain areas that you need to get into. At any time that you decide to attack or try to take over things, you are going to roll dice. Okay, and the neat thing about it is frigates roll 2 dice, so you got to roll a 6. So as you can see here, if these 2 ships were to go against each other, we would roll the dice, and if anybody rolled a 6, nobody rolled a 6, so nobody get damaged. But if we were to roll 2 6s here, well, guess what? That would be eliminated from the game. If you ever enter into a enemy harbor and there are enemy infantry there, they are going to try to roll a naval bombardment, which will take you out. You're going to have different cards that are going to help you move, and you're going to be able to create. You can discard a card to create gunboats. You can only the Americans can only have a number of 3 gunboats at any time on the board. These gunboats are actually going to help as well, but they only roll 1 die, and like I said, you have to roll a 6, which isn't easy. So there's some very strategic battles. You're going to have the Tripolians are going to be playing different types of cards. There's going to be pirate raids, and what they'll be raiding is merchants. Now here's the thing. On a 5 or 6, if they decide to come over and on a pirate raid, and try to raid a certain area on a 5 or 6, which we didn't roll there. Let's try it again. No, boy, my rolling's just way off. Oh, there we go, a 6. They are going to raid a merchant ship. Now you're asking, where's the merchant ship? The merchant ships are considered to be an invisible there, okay? They are not represented on the game. And as you're playing, remember, you're only going to have 6 cards per turn. You're going to be going, and you got to play your cards strategically. You have to see what the other person is going. Once it hits winter, well, guess what? We're going to move to the next year, which would be 1802. Now, how do you win? Okay, anytime that the Tripolians capture all 13 pieces of gold, well, guess what? The game is immediately going to end. Or if they are able to sink 4 frigates. Okay, if they're able to do that, the game immediately ends. The Americans are going to be trying to get a peace treaty, which this peace treaty only helps them. Okay, only helps the Americans because it's a very slanted peace treaty, which you will read in a very unique book that they have. Now, I didn't cover everything that goes on with this game, and it has a tremendous solo mode. You're going to use these cards either as events or actions. Anytime you use these, they're going to be discarded from the game, and they have 3 on both sides that are face up. So you have to be aware of that. And there's a lot of strategy here that you just don't expect. And as I played this and I read the book that came along with the supplement book that talked about the entire battle, the Barbary War, the more fascinated I became with this. And this game is just plain fun. It's simple, it's easy, yet has a dose of strategy that really, really makes it a unique system. So go check it out from our good friends at Fort Circle Games. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. Get a copy of this and let me know what you think of this game. I really think this is something that you need, that is under the radar and that needs to be checked out. All right, let's go up top and get my final thoughts on the Shores of Tripoli. Now, like I said, like you saw, very nice components. I love the board, the gold coins. I mean, really, I like those. Good wood, all these beautiful wooden pieces, dice. The cards are beautiful. The thing that really hits this home for me is this little historical supplement and designer notes, and it really breaks down the Barbary War. And how interesting it was, because it was us dealing against pirates until we can get enough ships down there to just overwhelm and get a peace treaty that would work well for the Americans. Meanwhile, the courage and moxie of the Tripolians were just amazing as well. Going out and pirate raids and things like that. It's a game that's pretty simple, but it has this really unique type of balance. I really enjoyed the solo play of it, and then I played against myself, playing both sides, doing the best I can. And was intrigued by that as well. This is a game that once you play it once and you read this supplement, and as well, which is really cool, is you get this really neat letter from Thomas Jefferson to Yusuf. I'm not even going to try to say his last name. The Pasha of Tripoli. Really, the balance and the political nature of this is really fascinating. This is something that I really suggest that you go out and take a look at. It's one of those under the radar games that deserves a look, and it's from Fort Circle Games. I'm telling you won't be disappointed. The card play is fantastic. The cards, like I said, are absolutely beautiful. So definitely check this out. You won't be disappointed. I really enjoyed this, and the more I play it, the more I enjoy it even more. All right, until next time, it's your old pal Rob saying, we'll see you soon.